Thursday evening, everyone. This is going to be short and sweet. This is just something I've been working on, but kind of been putting off because of a few different things. And after I show you this, we're just going to have a little chat. Okay, so I saw this. I forget the woman's name, but I've got it written down upstairs. I saw her do this, not like this, but a similar idea, so I thought I wanted to try it, and I'll explain it as I go. And what I've used is glitters, only glitters, and we've used the gold dust, we have used the white star, we have used the crystal blue, we have used the ocean teal. Do you see the theme happening? We have used Deborah's blue. And I got, wait till you see, I'm honest to God, this is the most beautiful blue. Just gorgeous. I love all these glitters, but oh man, this is a gorgeous blue. And last but not least, blue velvet. See the theme? Got it, get it. And all we're going to do tonight is pour the resin, clear resin, right over top, and then what I will be doing, I'll tell you in a moment. But I wanted to show you, I got some molds that I bought from Kat, K-A-T Ryder. Look her up, guys, because honest to God, this is a geode mold that she made, and I just tried them out for fun last night, nothing serious. I was trying them out, plus I was trying the new colors that I want to bring in, and so this is what it looked like. This is, I just did a thin one, and you know, you can do glitters in between, you can do the stones here, just a cute little, that would make a cute, definitely a real geode coaster. Beautiful mold. I think I'm going to buy a few more of those from her so I can have sets. Then there are these that are for pendants. They're etched in hummingbirds, but you can see they're for pendants, right? And then she's got these little to take up the space, so it's not wasted space. These cute little gem molds, the moons, a flower, just really cute. And this is what they look like. So there is, I did it in the green. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see the hummingbird in there? And these two are in the, see, isn't that pretty? Very pretty. And then, of course, oh, wait a sec. So the little gems and the moon. These are the little gems and the moon. And like I said, I didn't do them up. This is that lemon yellow, the new lemon yellow. That's such a pretty color. And then, of course, her beautiful owls. And again, same thing. She uses up the space, so it's not wasted space. And there's a heart and more little gems and a flower. And these are, well, you saw the owls, but I'll show it to you here. Look at that beautiful green, the emerald. And then there's the wine color. And I think this is the copper or the bronze. I don't think that's definitely not the gold. And these, I think, are the different coppers, the red copper and the brown copper. And then the little flower and some more gems. The little tiny flower. I know you can't really see it because my thing, but they're cute, very cute. And you can come up with a million different things for those. Okay, so let's and I'm going to do more out after this. So I want to pour some resin in here for after. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just pour this clear resin over. Are you ready? Do you see the theme? The gold is the sand. The winter white is the waves here, here and down here, and then the shades of the blue. This is, yes, and I know I said I was gonna stop with the ocean pours for a while. So what I did was I sprayed the board with Elmer's spray adhesive, sprayed the whole board, and then I laid the glitter down on top of that. Now some of the glitter is still loose, so because I just added some extra tonight because there were a few spots that seemed to, but we'll see if we can get this so that they're not floating. And I've got my whole piece covered. And because this, what I'm going to do when this dries is I'm going to add alcohol inks. She did a beautiful piece of alcohol inks over nothing but glitter. Now her glitter wasn't done in a design. She just had the glitter going whichever. I just thought I'd make it a theme and see how that works out. And so we will see. We will see how this works out. Now I will be getting bubbles with this. Even though you guys all know my resin doesn't bubble, I will be getting bubbles with this. Because it's glitter and there's air pockets around the glitter. So okay. Oh, turn it on. We'll break up the air pockets and then see what happens. See, now there's dry spots, so I gotta get a bit of resin to fill in. Oops, and get out those, dear silly girl. Just added the dark blue glitter up there. But I guess it doesn't matter because like I said, I'm going to be doing some alcohol inks over top of this and then I'll resin over top of that. So we will see how it looks. And like I said, I will tag the woman's who did her piece so you can look it up. I will tag her name to this and then you can see what her piece looks like when she did it. And like I said, she didn't really do a theme. She did a beautiful, beautiful piece. It looked just gorgeous. So I thought I gotta try that because I am a glitter nut. And we'll see what the results are. Right? Get my tip done. There we go. So come on down. Oh, sorry. We will hopefully start at the top, the gold sand, the white wave, the lightish teal blue, another white wave, and I've mixed, if you can see, I've mixed the, I've used some of the fine, I've used some of the chunky. I didn't do it all in one or the other. I wanted it to have a different texture look. So there we go. Hopefully you can see that without it being full of glare. And I'll come come back to it after and do some breaking up of the air bubbles that are going to form because of the glitter. And I'm also making this up with the new, look at this color. This is gorgeous. This is the dark brown copper. That's so pretty. I'm going to make up some of these owls because I'm going to incorporate them into my some of my fall pieces that I need to get started on, but wanted to check to make sure that our new fall colors were exactly what I wanted. So I really, really like them. And I was saying to my friends, Tyne and Mariette this morning, that all we need is, because now I've got the gold I want, I've got the beautiful rose gold. I've been looking everywhere for a rose gold to bring in for us because I just love rose gold. And my guy made one, and I am so happy with that. So we have a rose gold, but I was saying all we need now is a really good silver, and they both, because I sent, well, you know that, I sent Mariette and Tyne a bunch of our pigments and our powders, and they both have worked with the Platinum Blonde, and I haven't really done a lot of work with the Platinum Blonde, don't know why, and they both said it's as silver gets. So I actually think that, yeah, the Platinum Blonde will be Northern Lights silver, because I haven't been able to find one I really, really like. But when I see it in the work that both Tyne and Mariette did, I'm thinking, yeah, they're right. The Platinum Blonde is very, very beautiful. So I'm going with the Platinum Blonde for our silver, okay, guys? That'll be Resin Pigment Canada's silver. Okay, so we've done the work for tonight. Wasn't much. This is exciting. Try one with me. Get your glitters. Come up with a design. Doesn't have to be a design. Like I said, when I post that woman's name, you can look her up. Hers was just a free form. Try the resin, and then tomorrow we'll do the alcohol inks. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about was how much I appreciate you guys. I know a lot of you in our group and some that aren't in our group, but the rest of you will know. A few days ago, my husband came home from work. He went to work at 7 o'clock in the morning feeling fine, and well, earlier than at 5:30, and at 7 o'clock in the morning he phoned me and told me he was coming home. And I thought maybe he just had the flu. And when he walked in, he was soaked, and I mean soaked from head to toe, and in a lot of pain. And if you know my husband at all, he's very rarely sick. Healthiest man I know, not on any medications whatsoever. Either was his mom. My wonderful mother-in-law, 87 years old, not one medication. Anyway, so we knew something was up, and it sounded like the pain that he was in and where it was, we thought for sure it was his appendix. So I don't drive anymore because of my anxiety. I had to give up my license. And then when I decided I thought I could drive again, it was too late because my eyes aren't great, and now they'd make me do the eye test, and I would not pass it. So I called an ambulance, and they came and they got my husband and I got to drive in an ambulance. Not that that's exciting, but you know. And we got to the hospital, and we waited, And we waited and we waited, and they finally got him in the back, and they hooked him up to an IV of something. Not too sure what it was at the time. And then sent him for a CAT scan, and it turned out that he has 2 hernias, and they're not bothering him, but we will get them removed. He has diverticulitis. We had no idea. We thought about 6 months to 9 months ago he was becoming lactose intolerant. That's what we thought. So, you know, you stop eating dairy, and you drink lactose-free milk and lactose-free cheese, and we thought that was doing it. And I had him eating, you know, broccoli and cauliflower, our go-to vegetable, and he loves, I'm not a bread person, but he is, and he loves whole grain, which is healthy for you. Not if you have diverticulitis, which we didn't know. And there's so much more for me to, so don't, for anybody out there who has this, don't think that I have no clue. I am learning as I go. This is the first few days with it. Anyway, it turns out they kept him in because the infection is what caused the pain. And then the next day they said, okay, they took him off the drip, and his fever went sky high, and the pain came back, so they kept him in yesterday, and now they're keeping him in again tonight because even though they're sure the infection's slowly starting to go, they want to make sure because, and I know this is going to sound really rude, he's full of gas, and they need him to pass it so that, and what man doesn't enjoy that? Seriously, right? So, they're keeping him, they got him drinking ginger ale and walking around the hospital. And it's a pretty big hospital here in Barrie. So, and supposedly it's starting to work. But they're keeping him one more night, hopefully just one more night, and then he'll be home. You guys have been wonderful. Just wonderful. I've always said with this business that my family comes first no matter what. This business is only a year old. It's new to me and I love it. It's everything I've ever dreamt of, being able to be in a business that has everything to do with my passion, which is art. And I have been given this opportunity. I have been blessed by the powers of, I'm sure, my mother, my mother-in-law, and God, and you guys have backed me every step of the way. You support me with this business. You give me confidence. You say the nicest things about me. But that could have been all it was. Do you know what I mean? Just business related. But in the last few days, you have shown me amazing love and compassion. You're caring about my husband and my situation and checking in to make sure I'm okay. You know, and I kind of expected that from Mariette and Tyne because, you know, we're good friends and we've got each other's back. But I did not know that these people who started out as just customers and have become friends have become really, truly good friends. And you have no idea what this means to me. It means the world to me. And that's that's why I love what I do. And not every single time when an order comes in, am I going to send extras with your order? Not every single time, but most of the time, you know, I do, because it's my way of saying thank you. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for supporting me, and just thank you for being as wonderful as you are. So, and like I said, it's not going to be every time. Sometimes, excuse me, getting emotional. Sometimes things get tough. And, excuse me, it's not going to be every time that I can do it, but my kids took me out for dinner tonight after we saw Papa and got me a Timmy's because Gavin told them to get me a Timmy's. It's going to be when I can, and I will try to always do it, even if it's just one little thing or some extra spoons or whatever. I will do what I can because you do everything for me. And I know I've told you 1,000,001 times, and it's a long, long story, but you got to know this woman here has grown up with, from the time I was 4 or 5 years old, I have had major anxiety with panic attacks. When I was young, different time, no technology, they thought I was just super, super shy. To the point where when it came to kindergarten, my mom brought me into the kindergarten and I ran and hid under the desk, this big table desk. And the principal told my mom, "Don't worry about it, go on home, I've got her." And my mom knew, no you don't. So she kind of hovered at the door, and the principal, whose name was Rooney, Principal Rooney, I think it was. I don't remember this. This was my mom's story. Picked me up to bring me out, and I kicked so hard, right where it counts, that he almost dropped me. And he turned and looked at my mom and said, "Maybe you should take her home." You know. And it was just like that my whole life, and it got worse and worse. And it was hard. I couldn't be around strangers. I couldn't deal with a lot. I went through 1,000,001 jobs because I couldn't deal with the public. I tried. I became a mom, met my husband, ex-husband, who's my dearest friend, him and his wife. We had 3 beautiful daughters, and life just kept being the way it was. No regrets, no nothing. Just things weren't perfect. Nothing ever really is, but you know what I mean. My dream was to always be an artist and to be able to have a career in the arts, support my family. Well, that didn't happen. And I had to support my kids. My husband and I separated, mutual. He's a fabulous dad, always there for them, always there for me. But it was tough. And so I worked as many little jobs as I friggin' could to keep a roof over their head and food in their stomach and do what I did and just hide the rest of the time. And then I met Gavin years later. Cassie, my baby, was 15 or 16 when Gavin and I met. She's happily married with 2 beautiful children now, and she's 27, so. And Gavin started to change things for me. He gave me confidence and strength, and everything. And then I started to work on that myself, and I just started to change and become strong. And like I said, I have no regrets. I feel like I have not missed anything, because anything that I did miss, I don't know I missed it. Not at all. But I have this now. I have a wonderful life, and it's not always great, and it's sometimes, like now with Gavin being in the hospital, it can be scary as hell, but guess what? now I have you. I have you, and you're strong, and you're pushing me forward. And the word thank you just is not ever, ever, ever enough in situations like this. So when I say on here or on Facebook when we're chatting or wherever, if you phone me and we're talking, if I say thank you, I mean it. From the bottom of my friggin' heart, I mean it. Okay. It's done. It's over. I don't know if you're going to see this video. I really don't. It's going to take some thinking to see if I have the guts to share all this with you. But wouldn't that be one more step, right? Wouldn't that be one more step in the right direction? Thanks, guys. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Thank you for being the oars when I couldn't paddle. And just thank you. I love you. Bye.